Show. Hell yeah!
Hey everyone, it's the return of the Off-Air Show. In other words, yours truly stopped being lazy. So some of you might be going to Detroit this weekend for the big Patriots-Lions game coming up on Sunday night. And you're getting in a few days early. And you're wondering what to do. Or perhaps more accurately, you're a little too afraid to do anything other than go to the game or drink at your hotel bar because of the storied history of violence and crime in Detroit. Well, here's a message to you. Don't be a sheltered baby. Detroit, believe it or not, great city. Wildly underrated. Great food, great dive bars. Believe it or not, there's tourist attractions you'd want to see or at least go to so you can fill up your Instagram feed. And I guarantee you, there's a place in Detroit that will serve you one of the 5 greatest pieces of pizza you will ever put in your big fat mouth. Guarantee it. And how do I know this? Because I literally just spent part of my summer vacation in Detroit. That's right, summer vacation in Detroit on purpose. So if you're going this weekend, you're looking for things to do in Detroit, strap in, take notes, either, tactile or put them in your phone. And I'm going to tell you what you should be doing this weekend other than watch the Pats hopefully kick some ass and make Matt Patricia look like a fool. So let's go.
Okay, first things first. I'm going to assume that you did your homework in regard to where you're staying, which should be Greektown. If you're at some shoddy Motel 6 or a crack hotel, well, that's on you for being stupid or a cheap asshole. You reap what you sow. So Greektown's the fun area of Detroit that's capitalizing on drunk bar hoppers and the pre- and post-game crowd. It's also where the casinos are. Motor City's the casino where I stayed at this summer. It's nice. It's not sketchy. It's kind of like a Foxwoods or Mohegan. You've done yourself a favor if you're staying here, and if not, go play some blackjack there when it's late night and you're all blotto. The MGM, if you're staying here, it's the old lady casino, aimed at the senior tour buses and the slot players. Avoid that place like the plague. Dive bars. You want cheap booze to suck down in a seedy environment? Of course you do. Detroit's got no shortage of what you're looking for. Jumbo's, LJ's Lounge, Sweetwater Tavern, all great spots, with Sweetwater Tavern having these must-try wings that supposedly Snoop Dogg loves so much he has them flown to his home in L.A. Strip clubs. Yeah, sure, Detroit's got them, and they're gross. But if you're into places like the old King Arthur's in Chelsea, well, by all means, check them out. As I mentioned at the beginning, there's a ton of great restaurants in Detroit. If you don't take my word for it, just use Yelp or Google to figure out what you're looking for. But if it's an old school steakhouse that you and your boys are looking to stuff your face at, you gotta book a reservation at the London Chop House. Great food, great atmosphere. There's usually live jazz being played. It's a step into the past. Place is amazing. They were also so accommodating that they let these idiots take this photo on stage after dinner. Late night eats. So you've had 1,000 beers. You need something to soak up all that booze. You need a Coney. You can't visit Detroit without downing a luscious, loaded, and cheap Coney dog. Chili, yellow mustard, onions on a dog that's going to snap back at you. A Baca Kid. Rawr! They're amazing. We went to American Coney and randomly bumped into old NBA player Steve Smith, but there are spots for them all over the city. Point is, get a Coney when you're shit-faced. Go see stuff and take photos like fat tourists, like the GM building, this ode to sodomy, Motown. Seriously, it's awesome. Go. It's worth the time and the money. See the Detroit River. It's nice. And if you brought your passport, you can go over the bridge to America's Hat and drink if you're underage. Maybe even take a Segway tour like these washed-up moms. And the most important thing of all, go get this pizza. So Detroit-style pizza, it's typically square, thick, crunchy, delicious. But don't just get it anywhere. You want to go to the original location of Buddy's Pizza on the corner of 6 Mile Road. Yeah, it's a bit away from downtown, and yeah, it's in an incredibly sketchy area. But go, get this pizza. If it doesn't make your knees weak, you either went to the wrong place or your taste buds don't work. It was so good, I've honestly been thinking about it nonstop since I was there in August. It's unbelievable. So there's some tips for you and your buddies this weekend in Detroit. If you check out any of these places or you want to let me know what you thought of Buddy's Pizza, hit me up on Twitter, @Big Jim Murray, or leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Have fun. Go Pats.